Good morning, I'm Sarah. Can you tell me your name, please?
Hi, my name is Ling.
Can I see your identification?
Sure, here it is.
Thank you, that's fine. Now we're going to have some questions. The first questions are about getting up early. How often do you get up early in the morning?
To be honest, I'm not a morning bird, so rarely do I get up early in the morning. My work usually starts at noon because I don't finish work until late evening. Yeah, so I suppose I can wake up early if I change my job.
What do you usually do when you get up early?
Well, as I said before, I cannot get up early, so if I have any day off, which is rare, I will probably prepare a meal for my family or hit the gym for 1 hour.
Which day of the week do you like the morning the most?
Maybe Sunday mornings are my favorite because, at that time, all family members can gather and, catch up a bit.
Let's move to another topic, the area you live in. Do you live in a house or in an apartment?
Okay, I've just come to rent a house a few days ago, which is far from the city center so that I can lower my monthly budget. The ambience here is cozy but cramped because I have to share with 6 other people.
Why?
Well, because we are all students. Actually we don't have that much money.
What kind of home would you like to have in the future?
The kind of a house doesn't bother me much as long as it's well equipped with modern furniture. I prefer my house to have, automatic tools to help me clean up the house and also offer a decent view. One of my concerns is that the location should be near the center so that because I am not the kind of person who likes lazing around the house.
Okay, now we will move to another topic, concentration. When do you need to be focused?
I reckon that everything we do requires concentration, especially when we drive or maybe studying. For example, if I don't keep an eye on the road, I will be likely to expose to danger. And moreover, when I cram into an exam, concentration helps me, improve my score and my results.
What may distract you when you're trying to stay focused?
I think the main reason is the external distractions. Because in our hustle and bustle, we are exposed to too many noises from the street and also from other technological tools like phones or laptops, stuff like that. And also my mood is another reason. Maybe an upcoming event can, makes me, less concentrate.
What do you do to help you concentrate?
When it comes to concentration, like reading a book or preparing for an exam, I always keep myself away from distractors like phones or laptops. Also, I will set short-term duties in a limited amount of time. I can, work better, concentrate more, and accomplish my work more effectively.
Thank you. Your speaking test is finished.
Great, thank you very much.
She delivers quite clear speech with overall good fluency and coherence. Her answers are smoothly presented. There's not too much effort while she's speaking. Sometimes there are phrases like or some hesitations like However, these kinds of pauses are not distracting the listener from her answer, which is a good point. She's able to come up with comprehensive answers for each question. There might be one moment when she was answering about the type of house she would prefer, where she could more clearly connect to the idea. She mentioned she doesn't like to laze around the house, So she wants to be close to the city center. However, maybe the connection could be clearer between those ideas, why living close to the city center would prevent her from staying at home because she could access more activities in the city center, for example. In terms of vocabulary, she's using a range of vocab. For the most part, it's used quite naturally. There are maybe some occasions where certain collocations might be slightly off. For example, there was a phrase, cram into an exam, and we would instead say cram for an exam. So that would be an example of a collocation that could be corrected. However, for the most part, vocabulary is used quite flexibly. And in terms of grammar, many sentences are error-free, and there's a range of structures used. There are some basic errors that are still coming up. For example, she said, when we drive or studying, instead of when we drive or study. In terms of her pronunciation, it's quite clear, I would say. In fact, when she speaks, her vowels are almost following the British English style of pronunciation, and it is quite clear and it's easy to understand everything that she is saying. So I think that is one of the strengths in her delivery of her answers. Overall, this was, I'd say, a fairly strong performance on her part, and if she keeps practicing, she can reduce some of those hesitations and keep doing even better.